Alright, today we will have this explanation on chapter 3. Okay, so chapter 3 is about coordination and response, and I believe you have read up. So this explanation is to touch certain important point in the chapter. So beginning of the chapter, you have coordination and response, where you will see how the body coordinate and respond to the stimulus. So of course, when you have this pathway, you start with the stimulus. So stimulus up here. Okay, then when you receive the stimulus, you need the coordination, and then you need the response. So the definition for the stimulus, coordination and response, that one is you have to really know and then memorize. So we see what is stimulus. So stimulus can be divided into two. Okay, one is called external, another one is internal. So external stimulus or internal stimulus. So what is external? So the word external means is outside. That means this stimulus come from the outside of our surrounding, outside the bodies. How we get this signal? Okay, is through our, so see the stimulus here, so it's through our senses. So example of the stimulus are from outside, yeah, the weather, okay, or the light, or the danger that we see, okay, or something that we hear. So all the senses, the five senses that you have known, okay, are responsible to take in the stimulus or to receive the stimulus from outside. As for the inside, okay, this one we might not aware, okay, but it still happen. There's some changes inside the body. Sometimes it's like the virus in the body, the lack of water or lack of food. So these are the things that in the body then is detected by our body, and this is also a stimulus. We call it internal stimulus. Or changes in the carbon dioxide or oxygen level, okay, these are also stimulus. Okay, so next we can see what is coordination. So coordination in our body involve the hormone and the nerve system. So later part in this chapter, okay, we will see what is hormone and what is nervous. Nervous is not excited, yeah, it's nerve. Okay, the nervous system. So the main important part in this chapter is to know the difference between the hormone and also the nervous system. Okay, so here I have listed down a few. Okay, so for nervous, we understood it is always very fast. Okay, whatever that the nerve triggered, or we sense by the nerve, okay, whatever stimulus that is sensed by nerve, the response will be very fast. Okay, as for hormone, even though there is a changes in the body, but after the hormone is released, it needs times to get the effect. And for the nerve, you need the nerve fiber. The fiber is something like the wire, okay, but for the hormone, it's only through chemical from the blood. Okay, it's transmitted into the blood, or it's a chemical that is secreted into the blood and carried along the way by the blood to the targeted cell. Okay, for hormone, it can be any organs. Okay, it will affect any organs. Okay, let's say for example, if you have read out at the later part, okay, hormone like the growth hormone, okay, it will affect the growth of the muscle, the growth of the bone, and all the cells. Okay, it's all over the body. Sometimes it's only to one organ. For example, glucose, insulin, okay, is to one organ. Okay, but certain time, many of time, hormone can affect a few organs in the same time. Okay, one hormone can affect a few organs. As for nervous, okay, of course this one you very clear. Okay, one part only. Okay, 1 to 1, that means from one stimulus it will go to one or two response or effectors, but it's a very particular one. Okay, for example, if you want to run, you will go to the leg muscle. Okay, that's one. Okay, effect is short term or long lasting. For hormone, short term, it can be short or it can be long lasting. As for nerve, it's only short. Okay, this one will come across again what is meant by short. Actually, you can think of it, and then you know what is meant by short. Short means it come and then no more. Okay, if you are nerve means you have pain, and the pain come for a while, and then after there is no more stimulus, then no more pain. Okay, as for hormone, okay, the hormone, it will cause a long lasting changes in the body or organs. That hormone can affect growth, but nerve no. Okay, cannot. And then hormone can bring out specific chemical changes to regulate metabolism. Okay, metabolism are very related to hormones. Okay, but nerve control is not. Okay, it's not regulate the metabolism. It also cannot influence the chemical changes, but it can only give us some response on it. Okay, so now we see is what is response. So just now stimulus you have two. Okay, coordination means either is coordinate by the nerve or coordinate by the hormone or coordinate by both of them. Okay, now what is response? Response is how we react or how the organism react after you get your stimulus. So most of the time the response is at the muscle cell or the gland. If hormone is a gland, the stimulus received, and coordination by the hormone means you respond to the gland. The response is by the gland, or if it's from the nervous system, the response is to the muscle cell. So we see here example, yeah. So this is skin. Okay, then you have muscle. So skin is where we have those 5 receptors. Remember, heat, pain, okay, cold, pressure. Okay, so as for example, this is a pain receptor. Okay, for example, if I have a pain receptor there, okay, where is it? Okay, come. So if I have a receptor there, receive a stimulus. Okay, so that impulse will send to the nerve. Okay, and we call it, okay, afferent nerve. Okay, later on in the chapter, okay, when we come to nerve, I will tell you what is afferent nerve. Afferent nerve, and then coordination happen, okay, from the nerve or the hormone. Okay, so here we have 3 types or 3 ways of coordination here. Okay, but here since we are talking about nerve, okay, so the coordination means where to go. Okay, or sometimes you will see is a reflex action. So reflex action, it will just go to the spinal cord. Sometimes it will go to the brain. So that is the coordinate that can be done. Okay, so after that, from coordination, it will send to the another nerve. Okay, the efferent nerve. From efferent nerve, it will go to the response system. Okay, the response is by the muscle, which will call this the effector. Okay, effector, which is our muscle. So you see here we have stimulus, after that coordination, now we have the response. So we somehow we have touch on all this the pathway, okay, for the coordination. So if you see all this coordination is from the nerve. So we are looking at the nerve now, yeah. Okay, so next one. Next one, I need you to see the example from the textbook. So I believe all of you have textbook. If not, then you have to PM me. Yeah, you message me. I can show you the example in the textbook or reference book. So in example means you have to sit down and study a few or memorize some example that you can write in your exam. Okay, for example, external stimulus. Okay, in your textbook they use the example of light from the candle. So it's sensed by the light, by the eyes, the photoreceptor in the eyes, and then it's sent to the afferent pathway. Alright, then go to the brain, and then efferent pathway, then to your muscle. Okay, now don't forget also to fill in the response.